What's up, people? Rage Turtle here. So I'm getting ready for work right now, and my car did the reduced engine power thing again. Let me show you guys the temperature outside right now. It's says 55. That's surprising. It's pretty cold outside today. So anyways, last night I got to thinking. I did a little bit more research, and I heard it had something related to do with the 5-volt rail, and most of the time it had to do with the fan clutch here. So I went ahead and unplugged it, and the light disappeared. But let me see something real quick. So if I plug it back in, the clip's broke on it, which probably makes it most likely the issue there. Okay, it looks like it disappeared. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and leave this unplugged and see if it drives perfectly fine. If the car does overheat, I'll pull over and I'll plug it back in and let it cool down for a little bit. But yeah, let's see if it's that. Good news so far is that my reduced engine power light hasn't come on yet, but for some reason my airbag and seatbelt light came on, and I'm wearing my seatbelt as we speak. Unless my iPad's just that damn heavy, but so far it seems like it's making it to work fine. Okay, the seatbelt light came off. Not sure about the airbag light. Hopefully that indicates that the airbag's disabled and that it's not going to blow up in a couple seconds, because I don't want that type of jump scare tonight or today. Probably need a good wake-up call, right? I've got it documented, but I'm at the CVS here. Car made it all the way here, no problem. Besides the airbag and the whatever, the seatbelt light coming on while I'm wearing the seatbelt. The fan's still unplugged. Let me go ahead and pop the hood up. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and plug the fan back in. Should probably put that somewhere. I'm gonna plug the fan back in. The clip on it's kind of broken. And I'm gonna drive the car around a little bit and see if it makes a difference. All right, so I drove around for a little bit. I whipped it like a NASCAR in this parking lot here with the fan plugged in. And so far, it hasn't done the reduced power engine thing again quite yet. So I got me wondering if maybe it has something to either do with the harness or the fan actually going out. And maybe I just had it plugged in correctly or something. I'll show you guys here, it is plugged in. So I'm actually just gonna leave it unplugged this whole day. I'm headed into work right now and see if it has any change to it. So yeah, we'll go and unplug it here real quick. I don't know if anyone heard that click. Still goes too. Probably shouldn't. But let's see if it's easy as that. It's just how it keeps on coming back. So I almost couldn't put the car in park because it got stuck in reverse. And you guys remember in the last video, I replaced that. Well, all that just broke. I did my best. Oh, here's my razor blade. Just letting everyone know, I gotta be at work soon. Oh, it goes on the other gears now. Neutral. Reverse. And park. Alright, cool. Just got out of work right now. Okay, engine light didn't come on. It's currently 70 degrees outside. Reason why I keep pointing the temperature out is because I notice it happens when it's freezing cold out. But I will start recording once it does it again. Let's see if it makes it home without the issue. Made it home, still unplugged. Hasn't done anything so far. Let's turn my lights on maybe. Alright guys, so here's what we got going on here. I got my multimeter here. You can pick one of these up at Walmart for like 30 bucks. You just have to replace the leads, so the leads are kind of separate. So you might run about 50 bucks for one of these with good leads. But anyway, so what I did here is I got one of the negative ones plugged into a black wire. You can plug it into the ground of the car. It really doesn't matter where you put it, as long as the wire's black or you're touching the actual ground of the car. And I have one of the things all the way on the top sensor there, because that was the closest thing I was able to get to where it showed a 5-volt rating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going into the hood of the car right now, and I'm gonna go and see if that reading changes once we plug in the fan. I'm sorry, my brain died. So here's the multimeter. Let me see, maybe I can prop it up a bit better for you guys. I'll go and just turn it this way. All right, 5.02. Yep. All right, went down by 1, but that's literally almost no difference. It's gonna drive around. I'm probably just gonna keep this plugged in, see if it does any changes. All right, so a little miscalculation here. I actually had it on the wrong probe. Got it on the bottom one right there. Still giving me 5.02. So I'm gonna go and drive the car around here. Luckily the leads are long enough to have up here, so I can get to keep a good eye on them. I just have to put it where my Samsung usually sits at. But anyways, hopefully the wires don't get in the way of the pedals. Oh, I lost the ground. Anyways, I'm gonna drive the car around and measure it and see what it does. All right guys, so I got my Samsung here recording the multimeter right here. Reason why I got it is just to see if I could see any spikes in the voltage here. Right now I currently have the fan unplugged, but when I had it plugged in, I noticed this thing kept dipping down to like 4.94 volts. However, stopping at the gas station all the way down the road, I unplugged the fan, and it's been staying at a stable 5.05 volts. I'm gonna show you guys here. Those are the rails that I have the pros stick into. Still having on my accelerator pedal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and shut the car off all the way. Wait till the car should drop down to 0. We're gonna go ahead and who is that, Chevy Sonic? We're gonna go ahead and plug the battery. We're gonna go and plug the fan back in. If I can grab the Alright, so the fan's plugged back in. The clips is somewhat broke, but it should still be enough to at least get us down the street. So now let's measure it going down the road. Okay, let's accelerate a little bit. You guys see that? All right guys, so I got the voltmeter still hooked up here, but I just want to show you guys here. So this is basically with the fan unplugged here. As you can see, I stayed at a stable 5.05 volts. I don't think it even dipped down to 5.04. It literally just stayed at the same voltage the entire time I was driving. If it goes down to 5.04, it's really not that big a deal. But it surprisingly has been staying at that same voltage the entire time. As you can see, okay, it went down 1. I think that's when I turned the car off. Okay. But anyways, this is after the fan was plugged in, and you can see the voltage starts kind of dropping a little bit. Starts getting a little bit more erratic. I forgot what time mark it was at. Oh, there you go. You can see it starts dipping down to 4.98. So anyways, you can see there Yep, it did again. That it seems like it's something that has to do with the fan. Now, it's still pretty decent outside right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the fan plugged in. And I'm going to make sure I have this voltmeter still plugged in here. I'm going to keep an eye on that voltage to see if it drops once it hits reduced power mode. However, I might not be able to record it because I'll eat up all the storage on this phone here. So I'm going to leave it plugged in. And then once I see the reduced power mode turn on, I'm going to pull over, unplug the sensor, and continue driving for the rest of the time there. And then probably come back and see if it stops doing it. So anyways, I'll see you guys with an update. Hear that ticking? So see how we unplug it. I think you may have found the source of our problem. There's only one way to confirm it though. Coming up here, but I thought I'd share you guys something real quick. So I had the reduced engine power light coming on, and when I seen it turn on, I checked my voltmeter, and that thing started jumping like crazy for a couple seconds, and then after a little bit it stabilized to 5 volts. So it is indeed the fan clutch that is causing the problem. I started driving it with it unplugged, and I'm gonna start driving it all the way to my uncle's work, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated and see if it does the issue again here. But so far, it looks like we have isolated the problem with the fan clutch. So anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. Doing good so far. Well, I guess we have officially found our problem. I've been driving this car this entire time, not one problem. I even had this blasting all like as loud as I can get it, and it hasn't dimmed out or done anything freaky on me besides the airbag thing, but I think I might let that slide. But I'm gonna double check all the wiring after we get that set. But yeah, seems like we found our problem with the car. So anyways, hopefully this helps somebody else out there as well that has the same issue with their TrailBlazer. Hopefully this helps them source out the problems that could be causing it. Because sometimes they're not always the throttle body. As you can tell on mine, I replaced the throttle body, still had the issue. Hopefully this does help somebody out there. Now it could also be your wiring as well. So it could be a number of things, but for me, it was my fan clutch. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the video. See y'all later. I'm out. Alright guys, so it's a couple days later here. Just want to give you guys a little update on the TrailBlazer here. So I've been driving it without the fan unplugged the entire time, and I noticed that my temperature gauge has not been changed in any way. It's still the same temperature. So they got me leading to thinking that it most likely was the fan that died out, and it's been dead for quite some time. And it got to the point where it just got so dead that it was trying to suck as much life out of it, of my car, trying to revive itself, that it just kept causing the car to die. So I guess the fan died and tried taking my car with it or something. I don't know, but the temperature hasn't changed. Nothing on the car has changed, and I haven't been able to see that reduced engine power light. I've been whipping this thing like a NASCAR like crazy. I've been trying everything possible to have this car get an excuse to have that light turn on. Nothing. So it seems like it was a fan clutch. No, it is the fan clutch that's causing it. But I do plan on getting one sometime soon. At the moment, I really don't need it since it's like it's 52 degrees out right now. It's really not gonna get that hot, and also it hasn't made any difference. You see my ABS light shut off. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fixed next, or well, not next, but very soon, because that annoys the shit out of me. Because my car brakes be kicking back at me while I'm driving. I mean, I don't care if ABS is on all the time, but come on. But anyway, also you might have noticed something a little different here. Why is the trim piece on my dash all black? Well, here's all that, and there's all that. That's just a little preview for the next video. So anyway, I haven't been able to reproduce that issue now, so it most likely is leading to just a bad fan clutch. So we'll get that replaced, of course, at some point. But right now, at the moment, even though it's really necessary for the car to have it, the temperature gauge has not changed at all, so not going to worry too much about it. And also, before anyone asks, just letting everyone know that this car was engine swapped at some point. So that service engine light, the check engine light, has literally been on ever since we've owned this car. And it's only little things. I know the O2 sensor in here needs to be replaced, which I do want to replace that. But I want to make sure I fix everything in this car as possible to the point where that light just shuts off. That's pretty much the goal for this car, is to get this car to the point where that light is completely off and never turns back on. But anyway, hope you guys stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna be stripping this whole front of the car. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, see y'all later. I'm out. Where's my hand?